on this bumpy beer tasting from New Belgium Brewing Company out of Fort Collins, Colorado, and Asheville, North Carolina, I have Atomic Pumpkin. So the Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin is an ale brewed with pumpkin, cinnamon, and chilies. Comes in at 6.4% ABV, and yeah, I've just been hearing people talk about this one. Brandon had it last year during the fall season. I think that was the first time I'd ever seen it, and then this year a few others have picked it up. I know that the Drunken One's been drinking on it a little bit and enjoying it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll drink local, right? For North Carolina. Let's go ahead and crack into this one. I do have my fall glass to pour it into. Right, so first things first, the head on this thing is, it's looking very white on camera. It's kind of coming off a little bit off white to me, but very small, compact bubbles in this thing. The coloration on the beer, it's kind of like a light orange. Very clear. Like, this thing is crystal clear. See some carbonation streaming up through the center there. Thinking that this lighting this way is actually working pretty good, because alright, anyways, the appearance on this, let's just go. I'm used to much darker looking pumpkin ales, but yeah, let's just go with a 6 out of 6, because there's nothing wrong with it besides it just not really being into that super orangey range. But anyways, it doesn't have to be. It's time to go in for some aromas. Does it smell really like a beer? I'm not really picking up like many malt notes out of this, but with these pumpkin ales, it can be difficult with the spices they put in. This one is big on cinnamon, though. Every time I go back in, it's like having cinnamon out on the counter and you're just smelling cinnamon. There is a bit of like a pumpkin pie filling type aroma that does come in. I'm not picking up on any chili pepper in the aroma, but it's very big on cinnamon, and then that pumpkin pie type note does come in there. I'm gonna give this, because it does smell good, a 9 out of 10 for the aromas. So it's time for the first swig. So cheers. For the flavors in this, first thing I noticed was kind of that pumpkin pie flavor. I think it was just my tongue picking up on the cinnamon. It doesn't state that they use nutmeg or anything like that, but it does seem to come off. If they're only using cinnamon and pumpkin, pumpkin doesn't have like that pumpkin pie flavor. It's all the spices and stuff mixed with the pumpkin that kind of give it that. So it's kind of like a Gordy, and then you get all the pumpkin stuff. So I'm not convinced that they're just using cinnamon in this, but regardless, pumpkin pie filling was the first note I was getting, and then it's like cinnamon, and you can almost feel the cinnamon like just resting down in your tongue. It stays there. You can taste it. Drink after drink does the same thing. That cinnamon is just constantly there. So there's plenty of cinnamon in this. I don't taste like a chili. Like I had a beer before where they used the jalapenos, and you could actually start to taste like what a jalapeno tastes like. This brings some heat to it. It's like an after thing. It's a decent amount. It does build over a bit of time, so it's decently spiced. I'm enjoying it. Chili heat in the throat, the back of the tongue, and yeah, the heat stays with you. It's like a low medium body on this one. And I'm perfectly fine with that, with the the heat and stuff in the brew. Other than that, I mean, I would have rather been more of a full medium body, like a medium to going into full body. Maybe that would have brought out more malt flavors as well. There's not a lot that I can pick out from any malts in this, or hops, but they're both in there, and they're obviously pretty balanced, because I'm not like getting a ton of like bitterness showing up, or a ton of sweetness from the malt. So it is well balanced in that aspect, but don't really taste, or I can't really pick them out because of the amount of cinnamon and spices in this, and chili. But yeah, light carbonation on this one. I think I would have liked a little bit more carbonation, actually. With how light the body kind of is on that low medium side, I think more carbonation with the spices and stuff would have just made this a little more enjoyable on the palate, but it's perfectly fine. I gave it a 17 out of 19 for flavor. Body, you said, works well with the heat, so 5 out of 5. My overall in this, I'm actually enjoying this. There's not a lot of these beers that I could say I'd want to go back and buy another 6-pack and continue drinking more. I think Dogfish Head's pumpkin ale. That's one of the ones I can definitely drink over and over again. This one falls in that line. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a good drinker. I would definitely share this with friends. It's not a hideaway and say, you guys don't want to try this. It's something really good, and that's why I gave New Belgium Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin a BuMpY 46 out of 50. This is an excellent beer. Cheers, guys, and thank you for watching.